washing machine dude and the other guys.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like we have maybe like 4 out of the 10 that like will be still available.
Yeah,
so.
yo, you know, and the craziest part about that is like, yo, you thought they were trying to recruit heroes before?
Bro,
they're about to be like you when you go to school. You see the army men with their table just looking at kids like, we need you today. Hey y'all, welcome to Entertainment Unlocked. It's your host here. It's your boy Mike Lenz.
and it's your boy Jared.
We're here to talk about chapter 273 of My Hero, The Thrill of Destruction.
And that's a fire name for a fire chapter.
OD. Like, yo, we say this every week, and we're gonna continue to say this probably for like the next couple years. Like, it's been 10 out of 10s every single chapter for like more than half a year by now. Wow.
Yo.
Something like that, yeah. Like,
Has it been 6 months? No, I don't know if it's been 6 months.
I don't know.
It's definitely been like maybe like 3 months though. He's been putting out like consistent fire.
You know when you just like, I'm high off these chapters, so I can't even tell time. Plus it's quarantine. Yo. But getting into it, yo. Last chapter ended with Deku's 45% kick. We see the aftermath of that kick. I'm thinking like Deku's so smart, he's gonna tear a hole in the road and it's gonna stop the erosion.
Nah.
Udaraka's like, yo, that's not a shockwave. That's just disintegrating everything.
I'm like, shut up. I would have been like, yo, it's not the time for this, bro. Like, I don't see you doing anything better. Like, yo, like you getting on my nerves now. Like now, that's why I don't even fuck with you. Like,
and then on top of that, bro, like total. So you can see the training, the difference between like before and after. So Deku reacted fast. It didn't work. Disintegration is coming. Here comes Todoroki with the ice wall.
mm-hmm.
Still didn't work.
Nah, like, yo, 1v1. I want to know how this turns out for them. Like,
yo, and like the worst part is, there's nothing you can do against Shigaraki unless you can fly. Like, honestly.
Which we'll get into at the end of this chapter, though.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So there's an ice wall. Does nothing. Disintegration's coming. The commotion. The energy's been high so many chapters and it's still going through the roof. Like, people's trying to get the heck out of there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got Deku using black rope. Black rope! He dragging people with the bus. Dragging kids with the black rope. I think he's probably still 45% and I'm just amazed right now. Like,
yeah, I'm just interested to know if 45% is added on to the black whip, you know. Is it like if he goes 100%, this black whip is able to like lift buildings now? Like, does it get stronger the more numbers he goes up? And will his other quirks go, you know, like his other quirk is supposed to be float, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say at 45% he uses float, like he can move around. But at 100%, like what will float be able to do like at 100%?
I don't know. Would he be like, he'd probably be like Super Saiyan Goku.
Yeah.
At that point, like, I don't know, yo. That's a good question, though.
That's dope.
Because you remember what it did at the training, class 1A versus 1B. When they went Berserk, it looked more destructive than it did like I wouldn't think it would be a quirk made for like carrying things. It looked like it was really meant to whip people. So like everybody was also like,
yeah.
Nah, but another thing I do want to, me and Jared was talking about is like, yo, we see the commotions in everybody's faces. We know that people are gonna get offed. Like, as a hero, you want to save everybody, but in that moment, if you're not in my hand, like, I can't go back for you. It's over.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to get that deep into it where the kids are going to have to actually learn this lesson. Like, sometimes you just can't save everybody. Like, that's Deku's whole thing.
Yeah.
I want to be able to save the people that need help. You know, I want to be that number one hero. I want to be that light. But sometimes you just lose some people, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible. And I don't know if Horikoshi wants to put that lesson in this chapter, but
yeah, like, I hate to bring this up, but it makes me think there's certain characters I feel like that could really help change who they are. I don't know if people would like that, but like Bakugo, for example, like the old lady that gave him chocolates.
yeah.
Like, what happened if like?
No, don't mess with the old lady, bro.
I'm just saying, like, yo, Bakugo would really be like, yo, I should have been nice to her, like.
Bro, that's not that. I hope actually I changed. I hope we don't get into that topic.
All right, my bad.
I don't want to see no old lady crumble. Like, imagine Imagine Bakugo trying to save her, and like she's like no, and then she tosses him a chocolate. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Nah, he set me up. He set me up, bro. He set me up.
Why'd you say?
Nah, my fault. I'm not. Anyway, get back to the chapter. So the next panel, is Shigaraki, and you see him on this isolated, like, pretty much what's left where he didn't disintegrate, I guess.
Yeah, still wearing Excellence's cape, which that's some savage stuff.
Yeah, you know what's great? Like, I really like Excellence. Like, he really probably just touched the dude and he just disintegrated. Like, I'll take that. Like,
or maybe he didn't even have to touch him. He was just like,
he got the cape on. He obviously woke up like it's cold.
That's true, and I guess like he can't and later on in a little bit he says that he can choose what not to disintegrate, which makes sense because he had to not have disintegrated the cape. So.
Yeah, because I remember, I think you brought up, like, at first when we seen that, you were like, yo, like, is that like a drawback? Can he like not disintegrate that vicinity? I'm like, yo.
Yeah, because there's a specific vicinity around him and maybe that's going to be like his weak point, that like there's like a little, almost like, remember her in Naruto with the Hyuga, like there was like a little bubble that like they couldn't see?
Oh yeah.
They had 360 view except for one
that
little
one point.
spot.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's Shigaraki's weakness, that he can't disintegrate in the vicinity of himself.
But nope.
I don't know. That maybe so, but
yeah,
that would be the concept.
That would be. But he did try to save the what do you call those, the injections that Overhaul made?
Yeah.
To erase quirks.
And obviously this must take a long time to make, because he even said the doctor spent a lot of time trying to recreate them. So, and all of them are gone. So I don't know. I thought that was gonna play a part into this, but I guess not.
I guess not. Legit, in the back of I kept it in the back of my head. I didn't see it necessary for, like, let's say like Shigaraki wakes up, and then like they bring out the brigade of quirk erasing henchmen to start wiping out the heroes. That would have been crazy.
Dope, yeah.
Yo, but just to touch on another thing, like, I hope y'all understand, like, the feeling of loss that's there. There's so much commotion that, like, I guess your adrenaline is up. But bro, like, we're talking about a town that's legit been erased from the map.
Like, people don't got homes no more.
People aren't there anymore, like. Like, what happened if you live on the 12th floor of a building?
I hope the heroes are able to get them. I hope that, because they've been trying to evacuate the town for a while now.
Yeah,
so maybe they got people.
I'm happy they did, bro. Because imagine if that was a fully populated regular day. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that, like, honestly, maybe again that's just something they're gonna tackle. Like, this was like a sad day in like this area's history, like, you know.
Open up your textbooks, everybody.
Yeah, like add this to 2020, like.
That's a fact. That's what 2020 feel like. Yeah. So another thing is he saved the machine, and my first thought was like, is he saving the machine because I really felt like that machine had to be connected to All For One somehow.
Yeah, there's an attachment to this machine because out of that whole vicinity, like, that machine's perfectly
intact. I'm like, bro, like I don't know. It couldn't just be because of those shots. Like, there has to be multiple purposes for that machine. Like, it has to be. And then right after that, we go to see where the other heroes are. We see Fat Gum talking to Tokiyami as he's flying away. Mind you, he's been flying. I felt like, what was that, 2 chapters ago now?
Yep.
Yo, each chapter legit has been like
15 seconds.
15 seconds. We're like 1 minute deep.
Facts.
And like, he's still flying. Like, legit, just think about it. Tokiyami's flying away with Hawks, and he's still talking to Fat Gum. Wow, this is transpiring. Like, it's crazy. Cause like, if you think about it, when you saw all the commotion at the Jaku hospital, in the basement of the hospital, they kind of went back to touch on what happened with Dabi and Tokiyami. But at the same time, like, they had a whole conversation. Distraction came. I could finally fly away, and it's like, yo, the writer for this, man,
beautiful.
Yo, it's crazy. But just to go deeper into that, one of the heroes, the 2 heroes are having a discussion. He's like, yo, what happened to Toga and Mr. Compression? Didn't you have them? And like, just to flash back, that was a hero that actually had the quirk to like restrict them to, because everybody had assignments. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's supposed to break through the gate, other heroes supposed to take over and do the crowd control, and others pretty much headhunt certain villains. His job was to capture them, and he did that, and he got washed. So he's still here right now, and he's wondering like, yo, where they at? And then we find out that it's Toga.
I was kind of interested, like,
Tight,
this dude was like, yo, she's OD tight. She's like, yo, didn't you capture like those other two villains that, I'm like, something of my 20 years of like hero agency work, something tells me this is off, but it didn't work quick enough because then he gets sliced down.
Throat. She went straight for his throat.
She's like, but she is like the assassin side. She knows all that.
I know. It's it's crazy because like I'm not like my hero has like this. It's not all roses and flowers at all when it comes to this manga. But like when you see people get their throat slashed, that's like a different level than I disintegrated you.
Yeah, it's personal. Yeah.
Like I cut your.
It's
throat.
real. It's realistic in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I looked at that panel and I'm like, yo, like this is like rated R. Like. And she started going ham on everybody.
And you know she's upset because Converse and Dabi are talking about it. They said they've never seen Toga go off like this. And we know she's upset because Twice was killed by a hawk. So, and we were talking about this. We don't know if their relationship was romantic or it was just, friendship, platonic. But I'm on the side that it was more kind of romantic. I think
my thing is like, it's like, I'm not saying that you're wrong by any means. It's just like, there's genuine moments. I give them that. There's genuine moments where you're like, okay, like, they're more than just co-workers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some of those genuine moments were hilarious. Like, you gave me your handkerchief, your napkin. Like, oh my God. Like, it's funny, but it's like, at the same time, it's a genuine moment. Like, he's about to go crazy because his mask is ripped. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he ends up giving it back to, actually.
See, again, I don't know if it's romantic or not, but all I know is there's a deep connection, even with the villains and their group. I don't know about Dabi, but I know there's deep connection.
That's a fact, Dabi.
with the other people, so it was kind of, it's bad that she's going off and killing heroes, but it's also, you kind of feel for her because like she did lose somebody that was close to her in the group, so.
Yeah, and plus she even goes in on the next panel saying like she just wants to love and live, and you heroes are messing it up. Yeah,
because the heroes are trying to implement a hero society where what we would think is good, but the villains are also trying to live a life where they think is good. It's two sides fighting for what they want, and Toga basically, what she says is like. What Toga basically says is like, the heroes are preventing us from believing what we think society should be. So I thought it was dope.
But she out here killing love.
Yeah, she's killing love. And there was a dope panel right after with the
hand,
the Gigantomachine's hand reaching from underneath the ground, bro.
Yo, the detail, like his cuticles are so clean, like
so immaculate, bro.
Like
like honestly, there's just some dudes that like when they draw, like you could tell, wow, you've been doing this craft for a while, and like
that's a fact.
Like I think artists say hands is one of the most hardest things to draw, and this man looks like it belongs in some Greek David, like holding up the world, like.
Yo, and the thing is, like. Shigaraki made a call to him, and he's like, "It's time to go."
Yeah, and he says, "Yo, go wild, like you can kill anything." So the fact that Toga's pissed off, Gigantomachina has to go to kill whoever he wants. Dabi and Compress are there. I'm like, yo, things is.
And I don't think people understand the fact that Toga is pissed right now. Like, we see that she made development in her powers, in an emotional, high stakes moment. Like, she's pissed. Like, imagine she takes Tokiyami's powers or something. Or,
yeah, man.
We're talking about crowd control, or even the mushroom girl. Like, there's so many possibilities.
Oh, the mushroom girl.
It's open for everybody. Like, she's gonna torture you too, cause she's mad. Like, it's crazy to think about. And then the next panel, you talk about great detail. Shigaraki's face.
Yeah, Shigaraki looks amazing.
Like,
not in that kind of way though.
No, but like, yo, like the detail, like his eyes look so beat up and droopy and dusty, but in a beautiful way. Like, it's Shigaraki. Like.
Yeah.
Even the way he draws his hair, and then like we say, we're gonna touch on it before. Who's in the air? Who's about to turn up on that?
Endevor. And we're thinking this is maybe a good match because Endevor can kind of float and fly. So, and Endevor can do kind of long range attacks. Yeah. So, I'm assuming that's kind of like a good matchup for him. But then again, we don't know what other quirks Shigaraki has.
That's what's in the back of my head. Like, in Endeavor's mind, he's like, okay, he's a smart dude. He trained Todoroki, he trained Deku, trained Bakugo, think fast. You know, he observed like I can't touch the ground. It's obvious. I'm a fly. Shigaraki's probably like, what a wake up call. What other quirks do I have?
Yeah. and the fact that Shigaraki's looking at the number one hero in this land, the number one hero that we have, and he's like, wow, this is a nice, like, this is a cool wake up call. The fact that he's so nonchalant about it, I'm like, whoa. Well, fuck.
Yeah, like,
we're coming. If he's not scared about this dude showing up, then I don't know who he's scared about.
And another part is like, yo, alright, so let's say hypothetically he doesn't even have any other quirks yet, but he can take people's quirks. That's scary too.
Oh, bro.
Imagine he takes Endeavor's. Oh my god.
And just know, okay, let's just say Endevor after this he gets beat up, but he's fine. We're still down a lot of top 10 pro heroes. We gotta remember, Endevor is down, Hawks is down. That's 1, 2. Genus has always been down. That's 3. Yeah. Miracle was 5, and she's down. Crust was 6, I believe, and he's down. Yeah. We don't know what happened to the washing machine dude and the other guys.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like we have maybe like 4 out of the 10 that like will be still available.
Yeah. So. Yo, you know, and the craziest part about that is like, yo, you thought they were trying to recruit heroes before? Bro. They're about to be like you when you go to school. You see the army men with their tables just looking at kids like, we need you today.
That's a fact. They gonna be going to like animals like, yo, cat, do you want to be a hero?
You want to be a part of an experiment? Nah, for real, it's looking scary.
But the fact that we're getting so much energy and like there's still anticipation for more, 100 out of 10, bro. 100.
Oh yeah, easily. I'm like, yo, and the thing is, every chapter ends on some, yo, what the? Mm-hmm. Every chapter, bro. It's been like 5 months of this, like.
I'm down for it, though.
Oh yeah, I'm here for the ride, man. And a question: do you think that Shigaraki's power stopped chasing them since he took his hands off the ground?
I guess if it works off his hands, yeah, I think it stopped. So, because I don't know if it works off his feet or it works off anything else, but.
My next biggest question is, we see how each chapter translates to like a max of like a minute, if that. Let's say Endevor, I honestly, all my money's on Shigaraki. I know that sounds messed up. My money's on Shigaraki.
If I had to place a bet, I kind of put it on Shigaraki too.
Yo, my thing is like, I don't know what the worst case scenario that's gonna be. I don't think Endeavor's gonna die. Let me just say that now. I do think there might be some type of loss. I don't know what type it will be. But do you think like the 3 of them will pull up to help Endevor by the end of this chapter or the next chapter? Cause his attack stopped. Cause I know Deku's connected to him. Like he has the voices in his head like, go get him.
That would be cool because we are getting like, from out of all the students that are helping escaping, Deku of course is getting a lot of spotlight. He's the main character. You know, Bakugo and Todoroki. You know, we got some of Todoroki doing work today. And I think it would be cool to have them 3 team up in a short, like, try and help. Not to try and battle Shigaraki, but just help Endevor escape.
Yeah, because that's what's going to have to happen. You're not beating Shigaraki right now. There's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way. Yep.
I think that covers it.
Yeah, man. If you guys like what you've seen, hit that like button.
Yeah, and if you like the in-person videos, let us know. And if you have anything about the chapter, put it down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it.
That's a fact. Subscribe. And on that note, peace.
Deuces, peace.